Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Lee Laurent, and I'm here rocking with All Urban Central. And if you guys haven't heard the news already, 23-year-old three-time NBA All-Star and Gold Olympian Anthony Edwards has filed yet again against his baby moms, Ayesha Howers, as he accuses her of allegedly stalking him and harassing his teammates in regards to their 6-month-old baby girl, Aubrey Summers. It appears that Edwards and Howers have been going back and forth ever since they conceived their daughter. 38-year-old Ayesha Howers can also be romantically linked to her initial baby father, who is the rapper Lil Baby. Now, this new filing follows Edwards' previous filing where he motioned that he doesn't want any visitation or custody of his child that he had with Ayesha Howers. Alright guys, so we're going to jump into this article where it says that Anthony Edwards accuses Ayesha Howard of harassing his teammates in his new filing. So it pretty much breaks down everything we were discussing. Obviously, him and Mrs. Howard have been having a back and forth. If you go into the article, it definitely states that his lawyer made a quote saying that these actions have obviously now escalated into her interfering with the child's father's actual job and starting conflict with his teammates. So I'm not really sure what happened, but something must have happened where she contacted one of his teammates and they were not feeling it. And then also, obviously the article goes into saying how she denies all of these accusations, stating that they're unsubstantiated, meaning there's no evidence. If she hit one of them up, she probably did it in person. There's no evidence. So Ayesha obviously hitting up his other team members is crazy work. You know, he did say he did not want any custody. He paid her, obviously, for child support, all in advance. And now she's hitting up his team, which could affect his actual job and how he makes money. And despite all of his lady problems that he's having with his baby moms, Anthony Edwards is on top of his game. On average for the past season from 2024 to 2025, he has scored 27.6 points during his 79-game run, ranking him number 4th in the entire league. And at only 23, Anthony Edwards performed at such a high level during the U.S. Olympics in 2024, scoring an average of 12.8 points during each game and solidifying himself overall as one of the biggest rising stars in NBA for USA, securing USA with a gold medal for the Olympics. And with such a high level of performance to match his high level profile, many are alleging that Ayesha Howard, 38 years old, definitely preyed on the young 23-year-old superstar as a cash grab. And it appears that Howard and Edwards have been going back and forth publicly more than the U.S. Open. When Anthony Edwards decided to do a petition for paternity in Georgia, he found out that he was 100% the dad. This prompted Mrs. Howard to go for child support in LA, which Edwards then accused her of trying to secure a higher child support, having a hearing in LA. Then she decided to leak text messages stating that he is the one that pulled off the condom. He then accused her of other things and how she was trying to secure money from him. And so, with the back and forth and all the controversies being really public, this prompted Ayesha Howard to then start leaking public text messages stating how he didn't really want the child and how she should abort the child. It seems that Anthony Edwards was pretty candid and brutally honest when he said to get an abortion, because in a text message, he let her know that she's bringing a child in the world without a father who doesn't want to be in their life. However, Miss Ayesha Howard was adamant on having a child, and despite all the rumors and allegations of Anthony Edwards paying $1 million up front, those are completely false. 2025, Anthony Edwards was ordered to pay $3,225 child support each month for his and Ayesha's child. Ayesha Howard was inevitably awarded that child support due to her being unemployed. She began being publicly scrutinized and labeled as a gold digger due to her previous baby father, Little Baby, and her high-profile baby fathers. This prompted her to go on live and defend herself.
So come to realization that there are just certain allegations that I will never, ever beat with you guys. I came into this situation with the status because I have a child by a very successful artist, right? From then, I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful and I have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there is no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger. You guys, it's no beating those allegations at all. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, oh, you're a gold digger, or you kept the baby for a check. What if I came to y'all's pages, right? And I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with. And I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby? Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for a check.
In the video, you can see Ayesha lashing out on the general public for scrutinizing her. However, it did not bring her any closer to her child's father, Anthony Edwards, or her other high-profile child's father, Little Baby. So the logic and the reason of why she went online to lash out, I'm not quite sure. She definitely didn't gain any compassion from people, and it didn't help her co-parenting situation at all. So it appears that Ayesha Howard continues to raise her two children by two high-profile men. She has Anthony Edwards as well as Little Baby of her first child. And it appears that Anthony Edwards continue to not want any visitation rights or custody of their children. We hope to see that their situation gets a lot better. It appears that Anthony Edwards is completely focused on his career and hopefully make better choices when being intimate with different women, especially with the background of targeting high-profile men. But we're going to keep you guys posted on the ongoing motions and filings. But with that being said, we gotta ask, what do you guys think?